B Home Resources, a place you can depend on for all your home ownership needs. My name is Kathleen Goneau, your real estate concierge, and I'm excited to share with you how to maintain, update, and protect your investment. Today's topic is a little bit off our normal topic. It's cleaning out years of memories. And I've invited a good friend, Vikki Levine, to join me today. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You and I had started a conversation about your journey and helping your mom. And as we were talking, I thought this is the perfect topic for so many people out there who, beyond the organization and beyond preparing a home for sale, it really speaks to the journey that you have when you're helping your parents. So I appreciate you coming and sharing. I know it's an emotional topic. So tell me tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now for your mom.
Sure. Well, I live obviously here in Massachusetts. My mom is in Ohio, and we have my grandmother's condo in Florida. So this is sort of a long distance project, but just recently I went down to Florida to take a look at the storage unit and try to decide, are we keeping things? Are we getting rid of things? What do we do with two storage units that cost us money every month? And what do we need to consolidate, keep, or throw out?
Right. So it's not just one generation of possessions. You actually had two generations or more, most likely.
Correct.
How did you get started with that? I mean, where do you start?
You take a very deep breath.
I'm sure.
It's a very emotional journey. Having had a bit of experience in the world of senior resources, I knew that there was something called a senior mover. And a senior mover actually helps guide you through the boxes. Trying to do it yourself is incredibly overwhelming.
Even for someone with your background and expertise. And so that's good to know. And we do have some resources for that.
We have some great resources here in the Massachusetts area. And that's exactly where I started. I don't know the Florida area that well. So I made some phone calls and did some networking and found the key resources that I needed down there in Florida and set things up with phone calls ahead of time.
Right. So you organized the people that you needed to help you with the project and before you even got there, because it's long distance.
That's correct.
Yeah. So you open up that storage space, then what?
Again, you take a very
Take another deep breath.
It was packed. We had, like I said, two full storage units. One was easier than the other. It was mostly furniture.
Right.
So with the help of the senior mover, we sort of examined the furniture, made some decisions as to who we needed to call, haulers, appraisers, and just dug our heels in and got comfortable. It was warm, even in Florida.
You're in Florida.
But even in the storage unit, it was about 77 degrees.
My goodness.
So it was a little hot. But again, one box at a time. You have to make some decisions. Some have to be fast. And believe it or not, and I hope my mom's not watching, it was actually probably better that family as a whole wasn't there.
So having someone from the outside being that neutral voice for you to help you with your decisions was probably the best part.
It was key.
Yeah.
We did a lot of taking photos out of frames, which was her big suggestion to me, going quickly through papers. I mean, God bless my grandparents, but they had every bill that they ever paid. And
I think my parents have that too.
Yeah, I mean, she's been gone for almost 9 years, and at this point, I don't think I need bills from 1972.
Right.
So we threw those out.
Yeah.
But yes, having that senior mover kind of gave me the motivation that I needed, because I think doing this on my own would have been uneventful. I don't think that I would have gotten a lot done.
Yeah, so what was the most challenging part of this process?
It was finding my memories. Seeing things that I remember as a little girl, knowing exactly where this picture was hung, or remember drinking chocolate milk in this glass.
Yeah.
It was taking not a lot of time with those memories. They were quick.
Right.
And as you can tell, I'm a talker and wanted to share everything, but time was money.
Right.
And I had to move quickly because I knew that I had scheduled certain hours and wanted to be done by a certain point in the afternoon.
Right, right. I can imagine you must have found some really cool stuff when you were there.
I did.
Would
you like to see?
Sure.
Yeah. So I was really excited to find a picture of my grandparents.
That is so cool.
Probably, I would say 46, 47.
Yeah.
So this is after World War II. So this is the two of them, Harry
That's
and Dorothy.
priceless.
It really is very, very special. So what I'm going to do with this picture, which you can see is sort of old and dingy, is go to another resource that we have, who is a photo restorer.
Yeah.
And hopefully she'll be able to kind of bring this back to life or create it digitally so that I can share it with the family.
That's great.
And the other exciting piece that I found, which nobody has really, I think, ever seen, this is from 1941, and this is actually a picture of my grandmother's father.
Wow.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a sketch. I've seen
Yeah.
a photograph of him before, but not this sketch.
Yeah.
And my grandmother was incredibly smart and actually wrote, "My father, 1941."
That's great. Yeah, our parents always dated the back of our photos, and today with
Exactly.
our digital era, there's a stamp and there's some history there, but it's not like we, when we were younger and had all of that stuff labeled.
Exactly. Every picture I found of my children had her handwriting. This is your daughter at 3, your son
Yeah.
at 2. It was just nice to see her handwriting, which was really the best. Found some great recipes.
So there were pros and cons to this project. There were some great memories that you found, photographs, and then recipes, and just fast forwarding you through the journey of remembering your grandmother. That's so
Exactly.
sweet. That's great. How long did this take?
Well, we're not done.
Hey, we're not done.
Yeah, the
It's still
project
go- it's
the
still
project
on.
is still in motion. However, we've downsized from 2 units to 1.
Yep.
Definitely, there will be another trip down to Florida to continue. But what we've done is completely cleared out 1, made 2 days of donations, went out. And made some really great headway. Again, with the help of the senior mover, we now have an area that's donations. We have an area that I actually need my mother's help to go through because this stuff actually belongs to her.
Right.
And then, of course, there's miscellaneous boxes that have yet to be opened.
Yes. So the project is still ongoing then.
It is.
Yeah.
But I can feel confident knowing that I have the right resources now. I know who to call. And I have a better sense. I don't think that I really want to tackle this by myself again,
Yeah.
or to do this by myself. But definitely having the help of somebody professional makes a huge difference.
So how much time did you actually spend on phase 1, we'll call it?
Sure. We spent about 4 days, about 5 hours a day doing this.
Yeah. It's time consuming.
It's time, it's energy, it's actually very physical.
Yeah.
It was
I
a
imagine.
woman and myself, one of the movers, and we were lifting a lot of boxes ourselves. It
Yeah.
was a lot of climbing up on a ladder to bring boxes that were probably 4 or 5 boxes high.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Right,
It
because
was
we had a
very
mover
physical.
here on the show talking about how to stack your storage unit.
Right.
So pulling all of that apart is definitely very physical.
It was. I felt like I was playing Tetris and moving
Yeah.
things around. One box caused this box to shift, and yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So
wow.
a lot of Tylenol in the evenings.
I'm sure. Yeah. Hot tub.
that would have been nice. Yes,
That would be me.
that would be a great idea.
What were some things you learned through this process that you could share?
What have I learned? I've learned that there are professionals and resources out there to help you with almost everything. Even if you're a go-getter and you think that you can handle everything, you can't. It's kind of like the old saying that, I'm not going to change my oil because I don't know how my car works. That's why I go to a mechanic.
Right.
Same thing with a mover, an appraiser,
Yeah.
somebody who hauls either the trash or somebody that maybe takes donations, a thrift
Right.
store, a furniture bank. You just have to ask.
Right, right. Yeah, building your resources. And that's what we're all about. One of the reasons why I wanted you to share was how complimentary you were of the different resources that you were able to involve in your project. So I really appreciate you sharing today. I know it's an emotional topic for you. And I'm sorry to hear that you have to have phase 2.
Oh, well, have to go back to Florida.
Oh, well, yes, yes. And
Hopefully it
visit.
won't be in the summer.
Right, right.
But
Thank you so much for coming. I really want to thank our viewers as well for joining us today. It is always a process. You've got to have the right resources. So if you have questions about resources, we have an email. We also have our Facebook page. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any tips for us or questions, don't forget to send us an email. We want to earn the right to be your real estate concierge. We're also going to invite you to join us on our Facebook group, Be Home Resources. Again, I'm Kathleen Goneau, and I'm signing off for today. Be well and live well.